I am leaving. Well, for you guys, I haven't even started. But I'm leaving 2025 bad habits in the past. We're saying goodbye. We are becoming better people because cliche. But no, seriously, I do have the resolutions, as I was already in the process of becoming a better person, and then I was like, it's Christmas. I'm gonna do what I want for the season, and now that it's over, it just conveniently happens to be New Year's. So, we're starting over on New Year's Day. So I decided that 2026 is going to be a no buy year. No, whatever. And so in preparation for that, I have been gathering up my finances. I've spent the last week prepping myself, getting everything all ready to go, and I'm here to tell you about it. So I have here in my hands, my year in review, which I went through and calculated my bills, my subscriptions, and my loans, because I do have debt, and that is one thing this year that I would like to get rid of. Obviously, I can't get rid of all of it, especially since I'm getting married, but we're gonna try. And we're also gonna try and save for our wedding in October, because the amount of money I have saved is $200. You know how much I want for my wedding? At least $5,000. So first, I'm gonna kind of outline my budget a little bit. I do kind of want to go over exact numbers just to keep myself accountable, but I probably won't go into every tiny bit of detail when it comes to certain things. But I would like to be one of those people that is very honest and real, and that's what I'm going for. So for my bills, I have calculated in both monthly and yearly. So I have calculated if I work my minimum amount of hours at my job without picking up any extra shifts for my paycheck and my annual. And then I also have my bill separated by paycheck and annual. I do receive tips, which can vary, so those I can't really guarantee them. So what I am going to be doing is I'm going to assume a certain amount, like the smallest amount that I have really ever gotten. Like, it is, I've worked at this job for years, and there's only been like maybe 2 days where I've gotten below $20 in tips. So I'm going to just have $20 be my baseline for the day and count that. I am in a state of I kind of hit rock bottom when it comes to I'm tapped. I'm bare bones, you know. So as I try and catch up, I'm going to be including my tips towards my bills and stuff. But while I am not, like, once I get a little bit caught up, then I'm going to set those aside towards savings only, because I don't want to rely on those. I want to go just based on my paycheck, especially since I would like to find a different job that I have to rely on just the paycheck. So I'm gonna count the tips for now, for the first couple months as I kind of catch up, and then from there I'm gonna not count on them. So my bills for 2026 should on average be $13,680 for all 12 months, which accounts for $1,140 a month towards just bills. So that is my gas, power, phone bill, and rent. I have 11 subscriptions. I did whittle that down a little bit, and I cut back on some, and I changed the settings on others, and I just adjusted everything. But the 11 subscriptions over the course of the year are going to be about $1,476, which is about $123 a month. Now my loans, if I just pay my minimums, okay, credit cards, car, students, like all that stuff, if I just pay my minimums, it will be an annual $8,160, just my minimums, which over the month it'll be about $680, but I will say just under half of that is going to be my car payment. which that reaches a total of $23,316 for the year that I have in expenses, and $1,943 a month. Yeah. So, and that does not include gas, food, anything else. So, we're gonna try and see what we can do with that. Now, my paychecks are roughly, if I work the same amount every single week, my paychecks should amount to around $999 every other week, which will be about $2 less than $2,000, which leaves me about $55 for everything else. And that is where the tips and the no-buy will come into account, because I do spend a lot of money on food, and I kind of overspend on groceries, and I have an issue buying my daughter presents. I just love it, and she's at an age where I need to stop because she can't be spoiled 24/7 every day of the year. So, I do have written down, I have the next, so far I have 6 months, but I'm going to do the whole year, of every single bill that I have listed and which paycheck it goes to. So, for this January 6th paycheck, I have these two bills up here. I have these two bills here, these subscriptions, and then these loans. Oh, I probably shouldn't show that. No, whatever. And then the same for my January paycheck, and I just have that for each month. So I kind of know where I need to save money from what, so I'm not going into any extra debt. Now, the tips that I will be getting will cover the things like groceries, which I am going to be very strict with myself about. That also kind of goes into my weight loss journey that I'm going to be due. Follow my Instagram for more. But I'm going to be very strict about my groceries and what I can spend all my other money on, hence the no buy. So I have here my green light list. I basically got essential groceries, like the minimal amount of groceries that I need. I don't want to be doing all these fancy different dinners that I need all these different things for. I'm trying to severely restrict my grocery budget. And I have my like toiletries, I have gas and maintenance for my car, cat supplies, of course my bills, subscriptions, all that stuff, doctor's appointments, and then cleaning supplies. Then I do also have, that's my green light list. I have my yellow light list. So I have my Audible or Kindle. I've been thinking about doing Kindle Unlimited, adding that to my stuff depending on how much it is. I'm not sure. I have to look into that. But I am trying to read a lot more this year, and I am downgrading my Audible. I do want to try reading more. I'm trying to be an author. I would like to have my first book fully written by this time next year. That is one of my resolutions. So I am going to try and do that. But I do have Audible and Kindle, depending, as a yellow light. I have it set up so I get an Audible credit every other month, and then I did get some credits for Christmas. Plus, I have over 200 titles in my library, so I can reread. I'm not opposed to rereading books in my library already. Organization stuff. I do like to try and be organized, and some things that I'm doing are not currently working, so that is a yellow light. Like, I have to like think about it and actually plan stuff out, and I can't just buy a bunch of stuff all at once. Traveling. There are a couple trips that I would like to take, but we shall see on finances. Clothes. I do have a lot of clothes, but a lot of them don't fit because I have rapidly gained like 30 pounds in the last year. And so the clothes that fit me last year do not fit me anymore. And I would like to lose weight, obviously. And hopefully in doing that, I will be able to fit back in some of my clothes. But I will say I do need more, like, I don't know, maybe like shirts that I feel more comfortable in, depending. I might need more yoga pants. Not yoga pants, but like stretchy workout pants, whatever. I don't know. Those are yellow light. Only like pump the brakes, but like maybe. I have gifts and like sinking funds. I'm going to try and be saving up with my tips to accomplish sinking funds. tattoos and piercings. I do want to get piercings and I want to get tattoos, and I can't imagine waiting a whole extra year, but we shall see. Anything that I might need for a YouTube, because it is my dream to be a YouTuber, so that is what I would like to do, and so I need equipment for that. If I somehow manage to gain a little bit of traction and can justify that I need this piece of equipment or that piece of equipment, or, you know, whatever. And the toys for my daughter. I don't know. Yeah. Now, red light list is anything else. I can't get McDonald's. I can't just go to the store and frivolously spend on a bunch of random stuff that I don't need. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and so I will be dividing my year kind of up into quarters. So quarter one's goals would be to pay off one of my credit cards, which will free up some extra money from not having to pay that minimum, and also credit card utilization, which is great for your credit. Only buy one book every month this quarter. Depending on the book, I have to actually want it and actually, like, I need to read it immediately after, or I can't buy one the next month. I'll say that. I would like to try and save at least $500 in a car emergency fund, because I am always paranoid that something's going to happen to my car, especially in the winter time, and I would like to have a little bit of a nest egg, a tiny bit. Like, it doesn't have to be a lot, just enough. And I would like to accomplish buffers in my accounts and also finish setting up my financial system. So I want to use the Kamiko Love method, where, like, $0 left over method. It's been a while since I've watched her videos, but I need to do that to stay motivated. So I will try and do that. But every dollar has a place. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the next 3 months. That is my focus. And I will have more updates and more just going into everything on my TikTok and Instagram. I think that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for clicking on it. And if you would like to stick around for my journey and helping me figure my shit out at the ripe age of 27, feel free to follow me. Feel free to subscribe. Click the like button. I would love to have you join me and leave your comment, leave encouragement, leave a happy smiley face, whatever you'd like to do. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Happy New Year!